Welcome back to our A&T Monday weekly press conference. Got some good news for you. A&T got another win on Saturday. The Aggies have now won 4 in a row. They have the number one defense in the Big South, the number one run defense in the Big South, and the number one pass defense in the Big South. Aggie pride, right? This week, North Carolina A&T will play in the greatest homecoming on earth against a very good Campbell team. Both teams come in 4-3 overall and 2-0 in the Big South. Here to tell us all about it is our head coach, Mr. Sam Washington. Coach.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry about this. Okay. Indeed, a fine football game. I thought we played well, particularly in the first half. I thought offensively we was able to do pretty much everything that we set out to do. We was able to run the football. We welcomed Zach Leslie back, and he performed very well for us. He caught 2 touchdown passes, that gave us some breathing room. Defensively, I thought we played really well, particularly in the first half again. We was able to stop the run, led by Taquan King. The young man had 10 tackles. I mean, he was going from sideline to sideline. And second half, the wheels kind of came off on us a little bit. We lost our way. We often talk about how important it is not to get penalties. And we had 2 penalties in particular that kept drives alive. And they went on to score on one of those. Another mishap in second half, turnovers. I don't like turnovers. And we turned the ball over inside our 5-yard line, and which took us to 4th down twice. And they converted on 4th down twice, and 2 for 2. And that's unheard of. And, so those are the things that we'll be focusing on getting better at. We often talk about improvement, and we're not graded on improvement. We're graded on results. So those are the things that we'll discuss moving forward. Any questions about last week's game?
I guess the continuing development of your quarterback, Jalen Fowler, just give you an assessment on this.
Well, I thought Jalen did a lot of things well. One of the things he did that we've been hoping for is buying that additional time with his feet and keeping his eyes downfield, keeping both hands on the football, doing basic, fundamental, sound football. And he did that, and he kept his eyes downfield. And in 2 particular instances, it panned out very well for us. We got big plays from both. I thought we did well on 3rd down. We were 50% on 3rd down. When you can complete 8 of 16 on 3rd down, you're going to be successful. So he played a very good ball game.
From a confidence standpoint, personally, do you have as much confidence in the quarterback position now that you probably had the last couple of years, or how do you feel?
Well, I'd say than last year. I think he has improved since last year. And the level of confidence in which he played is differently from last year. And that's a big part of it. You have to believe in yourself. And I think he's believing in himself. And he's producing.
Coach, looking ahead to this week, how are you and your staff preparing your team, not only what to expect Saturday on the field, but everything off the field all week?
Well, that is one of the things that we are most concerned with. But for the most part, our guys have been, in the past, have been very respectful about what their responsibilities are. They understand that the game is their duty. These activities are not for them. And we will give them a little time after the game to Sunday morning to participate. But I hope they, it's my wish that they keep their eyes on the prize and understand that the game is most important to them.
Looking ahead to Campbell, what are they going to bring to the table on Saturday?
Oh, man, a fine football team. I tell you, Coach Mr. and his staff, mentor and his staff, has done a wonderful job. They look like a football team, and they play very hard. They're very physical, very similar to us in many regards. They want to run the football, and they do a good job of it. And the quarterback is very athletic. He's a dual threat, and his legs scare me more than his arm. I'm gonna just say that. He does a very good job finding those lanes, and once he get into open territory, man, he's very difficult to bring down. So, very physical football team on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. I think the special teams are solid. Nothing big, but nothing broken, which gonna make for a very fine football game.
After this winning streak you guys have put together, are you pleased with where this team is mentally heading into such a big game like Campbell?
Yes, I think we're in a good place. We're in the, we're where we should be. Of course, I always wish we would have done a little better in some areas, but for the most part, we headed in the right direction.
As far as Campbell's quarterback, is there a player recently that you would compare him to?
Michael Vick,
Really?
yeah.
So with someone, I guess, with that much athleticism, what is the
I'm not gonna give away my strategy now.
just overall, like what's generally when you face somebody who's
Well, we got to keep him contained. That's the biggest piece. Let's keep him in the pocket and allow him to throw the football rather than run it. So we'll do some things to try to chase him down and try to put some speed on him. When he gets scrambled and when he get away, have someone that can run chasing him.
Did you watch the Jackson State game?
Oh, how many times? Yes, I've watched that game repeatedly, and they do some things a little differently than we do. They're odd front defensively, and we're even. So a lot of things that they did, we won't be able to do in that fashion, but we can get the same results from a different angle.
Coach, for you personally, what excites you most about playing in big time games like this coming on Saturday?
Oh man, there's so much going into this one. Homecoming, just the atmosphere, the energy on this campus, the energy in this city is different, and it's at a very high level. And then the number of fans that's present at the game, watching older, former players return, and just socializing and being, shoulder to shoulder with those guys. Those are the things that that I like.
You did a high stakes homecoming game last year against Monmouth. Is there anything you can take away from that experience that you could apply this year against Campbell?
I think the basic when you're playing a caliber team as Monmouth and Campbell, you can't beat yourself. Every mistake counts, and that's what we got to be very disciplined. We got to play with a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and we got to keep our wits about us. I think if we do those things, we'll be fine.
You said you were comfortable with where your team is right now. It seems like you can kind of break your season and your schedule down into kind of three parts. Some tough opponents on the road, the classic game, South Carolina State maybe in either category, and then the stretch you've gone through recently where you had some home games, you had some winnable games, and now it seems like you're heading into a part of the season where this is going to decide what this team is and where you go. Do you think that's
Absolutely, that's a very fair assessment. And we often talk about games 6, 7, and 8. If you want to have a chance to play championship level ball at the end of the season, those 3 games that you need to win. And that's where we are now. We got 6 and 7. Now we got to win number 8, and that will set us up, for the remainder of the season.
2 young men for Campbell, key guys for them, Brevin Allen, defensive end, Brian Farr, running back. Young men from Guilford County, from Northeast Guilford, from Eastern Guilford. What do you know about them? What do you see from them on the field?
Great football players. Play with a lot of emotion, a lot of energy, and I'm sure them coming home is going to give them an additional spark. But we got to put that out.
So, one of the storylines this offseason was how Campbell had the number 1 or 2 recruiting classes. Did you have any personal recruiting battles against Coach Minder with players?
Oh yeah, we lost a couple to them, and they lost a couple to us. That's part of it. And then 2, that's objective. That 1 and 2 recruiting class. I think I like my class.
Coach, is it still the objective is to stop the run this week?
Oh, absolutely. That'll never change. I'm the coach here. I think that's where it begins. If we're able to stop the run, we're the number one rush defense. They the number one rush defense. They number rush offense. So it's going to be a battle. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of excitement out there just based on that. And then same with the total offense. They number one total offense. We total number one total defense. So fast and physical, baby. That's what it's going to be about. Read and react.
You mentioned the return of Leslie this past week. Can you give an update on some other injury issues, namely Harold, Zach Yeager, and Eli Brickhammer?
Yeah, those the two quarterbacks still questionable. Well, there's no doubt Eli will not play, but we Zach is Yeager is still in question. Devin, he won't play. He's not scheduled to be back until next week. So the doctors have already named those two out for sure.
Who fills in for Harold this week?
Last week, God dog it, 34. Henry Daniels. Henry Daniels, and man, he did a wonderful job. Now that's a solid football player. Very disciplined. Play with great emotion. Play with great effort and technique sound. So a wonderful, backup. And we had a couple of other kids that I thought played well defensively. Jelani and Grady Armstrong. They both played quite a bit Saturday, and they played a fine football game. So we did increase the depth that we were seeking in the past 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, that's one of the things we really focus on, trying to increase that depth on the depth chart. And I think we got that accomplished.
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I see we have with us wide receiver Zach Leslie and linebacker Taquan King. We'll bring up Mr. Leslie first to talk with us. And 7 catches, 118 yards, and 2 touchdowns on Saturday. Marked his 4th career 2-touchdown game for him. And the wardrobe change. Be ready. When he gets to the mic, the floor is open for questions.
Zach, for you, what excites you most about being able to play in big time games like you guys are going to have on Saturday?
For me personally, it's just a moment. Being able to come out and play in big games, that's what every player wants, essentially. So, being able to play in these type of games is what you want.
You're one of the older players and leaders on this team who have experienced homecoming. How are you the older guys preaching to the younger guys what to expect this week and how to block out the noise?
You gotta know what's the priority. You gotta know what to do and what not to do. There'll be a lot of things going on campus this week, and you gotta know what the main goal is. And the main goal is winning the football game. So once we do that, then you can go enjoy G-Ho.
A big game for you on Saturday. How exciting was it for you to put up the numbers that you did?
It's a blessing to be back, man. I just feel good to be able to be back with my team and be able to just play.
You know what to tell your teammates about how to prepare for greatest homecoming on earth. How do you stay focused? What do you tell yourself from the experiences that you've had?
I done this 5 times. So at this point now it's just, you know, just another week for me personally. I just do what I do on a normal week.
Anything else for Zach?
What do you see from Campbell? What have you seen on film preparing for Campbell?
I haven't watched a lot, but I know that they're a good football team, and I know that they disciplined. So I just know that we just gonna have to come out and play. You know, we can't be heavy penalized. You know, we're just gonna have to come out and be disciplined and do what we're taught to do during the week.
Thank you, Zach.
Appreciate you.
First time we have middle linebacker Taquan King, led us in tackles on Saturday with 10. That's his 5th time leading us in tackles this season. He's 3rd in the Big South in tackles. Mr. Taquan King, when he gets to the mic, the floor is open for questions.
Taquan, after this winning streak you guys put together, where's the confidence level of this team heading into Saturday's big game?
It's pretty good. Starting some practice, guys coming out there, different kind of energy. Now that we've got on the ball, for sure, it's a great thing to be a part of, for sure.
As a defender, is it tough to prepare for a team that has a quarterback that could beat you with his arm and his legs?
It's all going to come down to game plan, you know, watching film, knowing when and where he likes to run and where his threats are. It'll be an interesting game for sure.
What's homecoming mean to you? How have you prepared for it in the past, and what are you going to tell your younger teammates about how to focus?
It means a lot more to others than us. Our biggest thing is Saturday come the game. We can let all the regular students and the alumni have fun throughout the week. We're just here to put on the show.
Any other questions for Mr. King? Thank you, Taquan. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel some kind of way. They got claps out of here.
Right now, we can clap again because it's time for lunch. Go ahead and get in line, and we'll start the radio show in about 10 minutes. Thank you.